Good evening and welcome to another Malkat gin video. And this one's a little bit different. And for a start, I'm flying solo on this one. So we recently did a video on vodka. Into the video, I made a throwaway comment about what do we do with vodka? We could make some gin. It got me thinking, maybe there's people out there who have thought about making their own gin, but the idea of lots of expensive equipment is prohibitive, and what if they don't like it? I'm here to show you how you can make some gin without lots of expensive equipment. I have everything I need right here in front of me. What we're going to make today is a compound gin. What is a compound gin? Basically, it's making a gin by soaking the alcohol, in this case, a bottle of vodka, and we're going to soak all the botanicals in it. This is what they used to call bathtub gin. The story goes, whether it's true or not, that back in Prohibition days, when they were making their bootleg alcohol, they would mix up batches of gin in their bathtub. So what have we got? Bottle of vodka, a neutral spirit is what we want. We have half a cinnamon stick, about 2 thumbnails worth of licorice root, 1 thumbnail worth of angelica root, 2 cardamom pods, 4 black peppercorns, 2 cloves, half a teaspoon of cumin seed, 1 teaspoon of coriander seed, and 2 tablespoons of juniper. All these things are easy to come by. You can even get juniper in your local supermarket. Probably the hardest thing to come by is the angelica and the licorice. Your local Asian food mart, anywhere that sells spices, will have those. This is, now I found it recently in my files, this is the 3rd gin recipe I ever came up with. Let's crack into it. These sealable jars are really good for this sort of thing. Anything with a lid that will fit a litre of alcohol. That's a 1 litre bottle. Straight in, our cumin, our cinnamon, cloves, peppercorns, cardamom, licorice, and angelica. Now the only thing I will do, and this is what I brought the mortar and pestle down for. So your juniper, you can get 2 different flavours out of juniper. If you just put the berries in whole, you'll still get that juniper flavour. It'll be softer, more berry-like. If you like the stronger, because juniper is a conifer, that sort of resinous, piney flavour, slight more bitterness to it, then bring your mortar and pestle and just break them up. The more you break them up, the more of that piney flavour you get. So I tend to not go all out and smash them to bits, but maybe crush half of them. It takes a little bit of effort just because they are quite tough, and then in they go. The other thing I have started doing is just giving my coriander seed a bit of a crush as well. Out of interest, I grew these coriander seeds myself. There we have the ground coriander. It's pretty easy, just get a coriander plant, stick it in the garden. At the end of the season, they will go to seed and die off. When they look like they're brown and about to fall apart, harvest the seeds. And that's it. There's our botanicals. The only thing left to do is put the vodka in. And already you can see that vodka is already starting to take some colour from those botanicals. And that's it. Easy as. We'll give it a bit of a swirl, and that's it for 24 hours. We'll leave that to sit until tomorrow and come back. Welcome back. It has now been 24 hours and our botanicals are soaking nicely. Some really nice colour developing in there, and in this case, colour equals flavour. It smells pretty good. It is time to add our citrus. So I've taken that lemon and that orange that I had yesterday, and I've taken some of the peel off. You want to make sure that you don't have too much of the white pith, because that's quite bitter. I just use a potato peeler. Seems to be the easiest way. That's probably about half of the orange peel, and that's about 3/4 of the lemon peel. More or less depending on how citrusy you like your gin, and it all goes. Give it a swirl. It's done. Welcome back. So it's been another day and our gin has been sitting there with the citrus in it. Really only one thing left to do. Let's strain this thing and give it a taste. So I'm going to double strain it. I've got a fine mesh strainer and I've got a funnel that's got a sieve in it as well. So beauty of it is it can go straight back into the bottle it came out of. Got my handy assistant.
In the past, I know that you've actually triple strained this using coffee filters.
Coffee filters, yeah.
Which takes a long time.
It does.
Why have you chosen this time to not use coffee filters?
Well, on the basis that the botanicals, all the material that's in here, there's nothing small enough that's going to go through both the sieve and the strainer. So we don't need anything smaller than that.
Ooh. Oh, go ahead, yellow.
Paper lock. It's funny because this funnel does have a groove on it, but yeah, never mind.
Oh.
There we go. So, 1 bottle of gin. So it's quite citrusy. There is quite a lot of peel in there. That's quite tasty. Very, very citrusy. So I think, based on that, you might want to pare back the peel just a little bit.
You can see that there is a little bit of sediment in the bottle, but not too much, nothing off-putting. And of course, because it's all alcohol, it's fine. Carry on. Let's just drink it.
And look, this is all edible, so let's give it a go as a G&T. Here we go, G&T.
It looks like a watered-down whiskey or a Genevieve.
So the tonic really tones that citrus down quite a lot. That's quite pleasant.
That's quite pleasant. That's far from a London Dry, though.
Oh, absolutely. And it's not pretending to be. It is purely just a compound gin. Look, this is how I started out, and I used this method for playing around with different flavours. I learned how different botanicals had an impact on the overall flavour. It's interesting coming back to this, having gone through what I've gone through since. And I think if I was starting again knowing what I know now, I would go with a lot less orange and lemon peel in there, because that is the predominant flavour. So
did you use your original compound?
That was recipe number 3. I went back, found my original recipes and my original note. Recipe number 1 was very basic and it had a note at the bottom, good. Recipe number 2 had a bunch of different stuff in it and it was not good. Recipe 3 was this one and also said good. So there you go, gin and tonic.
If you wanted to play around with this, you can actually buy packs of pre-mixed botanicals for gins.
Absolutely.
You could just buy the pack and add it to vodka and away you go. And that would be dried peel, I think.
Yeah, to be honest, nothing in there is expensive. I think, had a look, you can get, I think it's packs of 80 grams of juniper berries from the supermarket for under $2.50. You've got a lemon, an orange, and a bunch of other stuff. So there's probably less than $5 worth of botanicals, and the big expense is the vodka. It's $52 for a litre bottle, so it is actually cheaper than the Absolute. If you've seen our vodka taste comparison, it stands up very well to Finlandia. As I said, it was an easy way of playing around with flavours when I was just starting out and learning. If you do give this a go and you get started and you go, actually, I enjoy this, I like this. The next step is to buy yourself a still. Watch the space. On that note, gin is a winners.